Well, welcome into the Omega Dubai Desert Classic, the premier tag team tournament here in the TDTW, where competing tag teams are divided into 4 groups of 4 teams. Groups A to D. Teams in each group face one another in a round robin, with the top 2 teams advancing to the knockout stage. Group matches will have a 20-minute time limit. Teams will receive 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. If teams are tied on points after all group matches, then the head-to-head result between the tied teams will determine who advances. If still tied, or more than a 2-way tie, the team that won their matches in the shortest total time will move on to the knockout stage. And now, confirmation of the 4 groups of 4 teams in the competition this year. Group A, the top seed, much fancied Man of Virtue, the Swaggle Lanterns, Omerta, and of course, 3-man taxi. Group B, Alpha Alliance, the Frontier, Brainrot, and the Wildcat Empire. Group C, the Vortex Club, Stars and Strikes, the Pint Men, and the Danny Dojo. And finally, Group D, the AirAsia Tag Team Champions, Lanny and Zenny, the Buffet Club, Rising Flames, and rounding it out, the English Defence League.
We're back with more action on match day 2. This time in Group C, a very, very interesting group. Both these teams came out on match day 1 with a win, and Pint Men could be coming out with another one here. Roll up, no. Perhaps some would say the results of match day 1 in Group C were an upset. However, if you're familiar with the Dubai Desert Classic and familiar with the group stages, you'll know that the Pint Men, every year they have participated, have gone perfect in their groups. And they're on track to do so again, but standing in their way is Travis the Moonstar, Johnny Antics, and his Antics section. We are out in force tonight in Dubai. Vortex Club enjoying one of their most successful periods as a faction, under the leadership of the one true leader of the Vortex Club, who we all acknowledge, Muscle Muffin. Muscle Muffin opting to let his boys do the work here, and do the work they were until Deep Station Neil got the knees up on that splash from Travis the Moonstar. Neil and Enda, both seasoned singles competitors in their own right, and they are just as effective, if not even more effective, as a combination Russian leg sweep right on the button. And Babe Station Neil, your host of the 1-minute preview, makes the tag to the Poet Laurier, hoping his plans for Dubai Desert Classic domination do not fall through. Now what are the Pint Men looking for? Double hip toss, right on the money. Well, look at Neil go. Dancing for the fans, helping to entertain them as he so loves to do. And then delivering a leg drop. Tag made to Enda now. Oh, look at that, Travis looking to perhaps do some damage to Neil. Maybe he didn't even realise that Neil was not the legal man. That's allowed Enda to, oh my goodness, he opened it up with some strikes. And he comes crashing down, exploder suplex into the buckle, and that's enough to worry Johnny Antics to break up the pin. That was a nasty landing for Travis the Moonstar.
That's a good tag.
And the Pipemen are going to capitalize on that. Goodness me. Drop down. What's Enda looking for here? Whoa! Modified Swanton. Give the assist to Neil, who hops into the cover. Now it's still too early to put someone with the strength of Travis away. Cleverly prevents him from making the tag to Johnny. Instead, he's going to double team. See some crowds showing their support there for the Vortex Club. Antics section, as I said, are out in force, and a big clothesline from Travis creates enough separation for him to bring in Johnny Antics. The people, they yearn for Johnny Antics, and this is why. Look at those high kicks. Absolutely lighting up Enda Amore. And he's not finished there. Over the rope ski, a team leg drop. And ascends all the way to the top rope. He has Enda in his sights. Look at that blockbuster. This is incredibly impressive from Johnny Antics. We're looking at potential double team, and right in the face of Travis the Moonstar. Enda Amore springboards into the elbow. And we're going to see a familiar sight here, and that is combination offense from the Pipeman. We've seen this earlier to Travis. This time, though, we're going to see it on Johnny. I'm going to try the cover, hoping for a different result. Oh, it is a different result. It's not a 1 count, it's a 0 count. That didn't work, says Neil, so let's try something different. We might be trying the double hip toss again. They are this time, though. They follow it up with double elbows and a kip up. And into the cover, 2 count, and that's only 2. As impressive as the Vortex Club were on match day 1, it looks like they're maybe being outclassed a little bit here by the Pipemen. Superior wrestling, superior strategy. If the Vortex Club don't do something soon, you may as well hand that win to the Pipemen. But finally, they're going to try something of their own. Oh, look at Travis. Travis flying through the air. Give the assist to Johnny Antics, helping to launch him into that shoulder block. Neil perhaps looking for a break on the outside, and that's what he gets. Travis tried to follow him, got that punch intercepted, and for his troubles receives a lariat. It looked like perhaps for a second. Oh my God, lie detector. It looked for a second like the Vortex Club had regained some control. That lie detector could have been the end of things if Johnny Antics wasn't there to make the save. Here we go, double super kick by the Pipemen, and oh, they're not finished. They're not finished. Travis lying prone. Incoming double money shot. The double money shot. Johnny cannot interfere. The Pipemen are going to move to the top of the group with 4 points. My God, can you name me a more quintessential showcase of tag team superiority? Vortex Club potentially in trouble next time.
DDT Proving Grounds presents
Gran Torneo de la Libertad 2025. A Block, Proving Grounds, Heavyweight Champion, Big Time Bono, the Revolutionary Che Chavez, the Emperor, El Machiocci Loco, Missing Link, the Gucci, Archangel, Archie, Bosnian Dragon, Emir Vukovic, Crimson Comet, Kubo, Chelsea Dagger, Sterling Dangerfield, B-Block, Psychopath, Andy the Hum, the Bear, Tim Collins, Butcher of the Pacific, Jacob Tonga, Maori Lion, Kauri Ryona, Irish Rebel, AJ Quinn, Campeon del Parejas, Firefly, Wuzong, The Last Yokai, Double Team, ICW, Heritage Champion, The Acid Jackal.
Bell rings. Clem Fandango on the call for a critical matchup. Both these teams unsuccessful on match day 1. And already in this tournament. We're down to a perilous situation, especially for Stars and Strikes. A loss here will all but guarantee their elimination even before match day 3. However, they're currently sitting level right at the bottom of the group with their opponents, the Danny Dojo, on 0 points. So I'm sure Danny Mean has prepped his boys with a plan of attack to not only win, but to maintain momentum so that they can qualify from the group. And they're doing a pretty good job of it so far. 3-point stance. Double shoulder tackle. And Triple P's in trouble early. Here's Zach Paxton into the cover. And although I say that Danny Mean has probably instilled a game plan and had a little bit of pep talk for these boys, you got to think how much is Zach Paxton buying into that. This is a man that's a former Wank World champion. He's not been himself lately, but someone who has been themselves lately is the untapped potential of Jackson Reed. And Zach Paxton may be feeling Jackson Reed is excelling. Look at that. Big Jacob Baker hoisted up like nothing and dropped into a big powerbomb. Jackson is displaying faith in his partner. That lack of faith may have cost them the tag team titles, but now with that new t-shirt, Zach Paxton hopefully returning to his old self. And is stopped, countered. That's a classic maneuver from the Zach Paxton arsenal. And that means that someone with a ring IQ, despite his probable low actual IQ, of Jacob Baker, was able to counter it. And for all you fans of that beautiful new t-shirt gifted to Danny Mean, or gifted by Danny Mean I should say, to Zach Paxton, that would be the perfect gift for you or someone you know from wankshop.com. Check the link in bio. finally perfect. Percival Pride able to create some separation and bring Jacob Baker in. Drops down there. Kicks Jackson Reed in the side of the head and takes him to the wrong part of town. Or perhaps the wrong part of America. And here we go. Here comes an American missile from the Stars and Strikes. Triple P, he's going to stick to the plan. Bringing in Jacob Baker and the two big men, elevating the smaller Jackson Reed up and crashing hard down. Here we go, cover. Off the knee drop, just a 1. Not to be deterred by that 1 count. Jacob Baker laying on the punishment. Tag made the perfect Percival Pride. And there's a perfect shot to the gut. He's not finished. Here we go, Triple P to the top rope. And for some high impact aerial maneuvers. A double sledge, double axe handle style maneuver. Connects with the back of Jackson Reed's head. And it was so nice the first time, we've got to see it twice. Double back body drop. And perhaps a powerbomb incoming. Nope. Changes his mind instead. Hangs him out to dry. Upper here, Paxton might want to think about breaking it up. No. I'm not sure if that was trepidation on the part of Zach Paxton. Look at that. That's interesting. Jacob Baker stepped out of the way to allow Jackson Reed to make that cover, and that's exactly why. Botched cutter from Zach Paxton. Jacob Baker preying on what some would call the weak link of the team. In fact, it's such a problem that Zach Paxton probably thinks of himself as the weak link. Triple P there, just trying to take out the legs. Confidence crisis aside, Zach Paxton still an incredibly fast and incredibly dangerous competitor. That mental block just seems to be getting to him. There's nobody more eager than Jacob Baker to take advantage of that. It's a bulldog. And look at that. Oh, Jackson Reed. That's it. Get your own back, buddy. Zach Paxton was looking for the tag. Jacob Baker instead placed his body between Zach Paxton and Jackson Reed. And a little cheap shot from Jackson. A well-deserved cheap shot if you ask me. Oh, but there we go. Fortunately for Jackson, he got the tag, but oh, come on. More disrespect from Jacob Baker. He takes out Jackson Reed and he says to Zach Paxton, you're going to want to watch this. That's some of the American leg sweep, but snap spear. Snap spear. Oh, 2 counts. Jacob Baker's own hubris nearly cost him. And instead, oh, dead heat denied. Dead heat was denied. Version of the suplex there without even leaving his own feet. Stars and Strikes are firmly in control Oh, and there we go, Zach Paxton, yeah. He was for a cheap shot, but Jacob Baker says, I don't care, do that as many times as you want. I'm still gonna blast your boy with a concussive blast. And look at that, just cover after cover in front of Zach Paxton. I don't know if that is mind games from Jacob Baker or just straight out disrespect, but oh no! Version of the vertebreaker there. Zach Paxton is unable to help. Jackson Reed may be out of it. Perfect Percival Pride. Putting Jackson Reed on a platter for Country Roads. The indomitable American jackass secures 2 points.
Here are your winners. The American Dream, Jacob Baker.
We're gonna make the Dubai Desert Classic great again. And those 2 points go a long way in helping Danny Doju in shambles.
Pint Men's good run in this competition continues, almost assured of a spot in the knockouts. All in play for Vortex Club, Stars and Strikes and Danny Dojo. But they need a miracle now.